Alrighty guys, so we're up here with John from Noosa Hinterland Brewing Co. and we've got a special treat for you. So coming up in your winter festival that you got coming out is going to be this beer. Now you've graciously poured us a little bit out of the barrel.
Straight out of the barrel, yeah.
Sitting in a big whiskey barrel.
Yep.
What is it? What's coming out? What are you releasing? And sort of what can people expect?
Yeah, so we've decided one of my ambitions was to do a limited release, probably one in winter, one in summer. We're going to call the winter one Noosa Winterland. It started out just as a limited release, just a nod to that sort of Scottish influence on my home brewing career, and where it started off from was I decided to do a wee heavy, so like the Scottish version of almost like a barley wine. It's a big, massive malt bomb. We put it through the whiskey barrel as well, so we got a little starward whiskey barrel. We topped that up for flavour, a little bit of a single malt from I think Islay, one of the islands off Scotland, just to get a little bit more of a whiskey character in there. So it's our whiskey barrel aged, wee heavy. I think the starting gravity of this was like 1.105 or something like that, so it's definitely over 1.1.
For anyone who's not a beer geek, that's high.
That's huge.
Gravity, you know it's going to be a big beer.
You've got a pretty sticky mash to try and get through. And then, fermented off on an Edinburgh ale yeast, and it's been in the barrel now for about a week, so it's starting to pick up a lot of that whiskey character. But obviously finishes sweet on the palate, but
big malt.
You
can tell it's a red. It's
I can't get past the whiskey on the nose.
No, that's what I was just going to say. There's that full whiskey there, which is almost that sweet, peaty sort of.
And Islay's famous for its peaty sort of whiskies.
I love those ones. Yeah, the more peaty, the better.
And then it's actually, the yeast is actually thrown to me like a couple of Belgian sort of style flavours in there. Like you just got a little bit of like a long ferment, a big gravity ferment. You can tell there's a big gravity stuff in there.
Mate, that is.
But the balance is actually pretty good, eh? Like
that's super
sweet,
exceptional.
But
this isn't even carb.
No,
and
not
it's
carb.
Tasting amazing.
This
is when you need your hand pump.
Yeah, mate, imagine that. So we're going to put that into as many bottles as we can get out of it. It's
50, 70?
It's almost a 60-litre barrel. So whatever we can get out of that in 650ml bottles. And that'll be labelled. So, but to go alongside that, we thought, why don't we do a winter dark beer festival as well? The 1st of July, we're going to release the barrel-aged wee heavy onto sale, just in bottled on site. But we'll support that with we'll turn all the taps over to dark beer versions of all the styles. Probably leave the pale, probably leave the crusher. But we'll do a Schwarzbier for the lager. For the session ale, I'm going to have a dark mild. We'll do a black IPA. We'll have a couple of different types of stouts. We've got a tropical stout on. A coffee milk stout.
We'll be here on the day.
We've got the smoky porter that we just had before. That's been set aside for that. So take over everything we can and just have a day of winter dark beers.
The Winterland.
Noosa Winterland mini dark beer festival.
What a great. So guys, if you're doing nothing and you're around this place, or even if you're not and you want to come up here, July 1st,
28 King Street, Koran.
Winterland Festival, you get to try this if you buy a bottle.
We'll try and have a little bit on tap, but it will go pretty quick.
It'll go pretty quick. And if you want the bottle, are you gonna hand label them like one of 75?
Exactly. That's exactly how it'll be, mate.
And that's a share bottle that you share with your friends who couldn't come, and you get to have one of these coveted experiences, because that's what they are, right? When you get to these sort of things, it's not
it's something for sharing.
It's a coveted experience that you get with your mates, and you pull it out, and everyone's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. And you share it. You don't just sit there on your own. Cheers, Adsy, mate. Same as sharing a chat.
Appreciate it.
Friggin' great, mate.
I'm loving this.